For the last record, you tried Dolly Parton. You asked Dolly Parton to sing on it, but she didn't. Because she didn't answer your.
No, I don't know if it got to her properly. It's complicated talking to those people.
Have you haven't tried again?
No. I gave up on Dolly.
So who are the women who?
Erika from Dust Owl sang on this record. She does a great job, though.
Like Dolly Parton would have, or are you still a bit sour about it?
Oh, I never was sour about it. It was a shot in the dark. You know?
If you could pick a singer, anyone, to sing on a record.
Well, I would have picked Dolly at one point. I'm trying to think any singer. A singer that would be fun, I guess, to sing with is a big difference. You know, I don't know who I'd pick now.
Because she has to fit in with your own voice.
I mean, it obviously it'd be more romantic to kind of pick someone like an older legend to sing with and stuff, because it'd be kind of funny. It'd be an interesting experience. I mean, maybe it would be fun to sing with Bjork or something. That'd be kind of a fun thing to do, I guess. But that's old school, you know. Not old school. She'll hate me if I said that. No, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I can't think of. I can't. No one. There's amazing singers. It's not because of that. Just there's people around me that I'd love to sing with. You know, like Lonely Deer. That's someone I really want to sing with one day, and I think we will, just because we're friends.
But you can do that, right?
That's something I can just do, yeah. I think I'm going to try the next record to do something with Lonely Deer. You know Lonely Deer I'm talking about?
You're going to South by Southwest,
yeah.
And you're playing some release shows in your hometown, Montreal.
Yeah.
Then Europe, and then the US.
Yeah.
Where a lot of touring. Will it be just the band? No wife or kids coming along?
Just band.
Just the band? How do you prepare for something like that? Or is it already just a routine because you've done it so many times?
We've toured a lot.
Yeah.
And this isn't even a big tour. It's not even that crazy.
No,
it's pretty crazy, but we've done it before. It's not,
I'm
not so worried about that.
Last year, the night before what we call Queen's Day in Holland, you played in the Concertgebouw.
Yeah.
Is that an exceptional evening, or is that just
something
that
was one of the most
along?
Amazing. I mean, I think everybody in the band is probably one of the most amazing nights we've ever had. It's definitely in our top 5 list, for sure, for concerts and experience. I'm sure when I get older, I'll still remember when the orchestra first came in and the first punch, that feeling. There was one moment that I think I remember the most about that show is Beijing, because the arranger Jules, we talked about because Beijing is a bit of a Steve Reich influence from his album Music for 18 Musicians, and I was like, can you make that last section sound a bit like the Music for 18 Musicians? Because I always wanted to sing on something that sounds like that with an orchestra, and I remember the section came in, it's like pulsing, pop, 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 like crazy, like 80 people doing rhythmical, and I remember singing on that orchestra that moment, going, this is the coolest thing ever. I get to sing on in a way almost like on a Steve Reich tune. This is really a fun moment. It was one of the most. It was a very unbeatable night. And the orchestra was very nice to us to put their heart into the music, because it's difficult for an orchestra player. It's not necessarily the music they like necessarily. There's 80 people there, so for sure some people maybe didn't like it, and some people loved it. But I think everybody in the orchestra put their best foot forward and did a great job. And so we were very fortunate to have such an open-minded and amazing orchestra to work with.
What else is up there in the top 5?
Well, there's a couple. That's an interesting question. Maybe even 2 of them in Holland. I think the first time we played the Paradiso Room was a big moment for Europe for me, an important show. We did a show when we were really young in our career with Phil Glass and Steve Reich, when we were nobodies, and everybody had to do a 20-minute soundtrack to a movie, and that night we were just a very intimidating but an amazing night that I'd probably never forget. There was one show we did at my loft before became the first time the band got the moment. It's like an out-of-body band experience where everybody just connected the first time properly. I don't think I'll ever forget that show. And there's the first Metropolis show in Montreal. It was the first time we played a big room. That was our fans. That was a pretty special night.
When was that?
That was after Close to Paradise, 5-6 years ago. It was the first time we had 2,000 people that were just for us, for real, and not as an opening. And it's our hometown, and people were really nice, and very moving concert.
The fact that you are doing 3 release shows in Montreal shows that they're not yet done with you.
Yeah, I picked also a nice room that's not too big either, so people couldn't. I try to a little favor to the fans of Montreal to give them like it's still a big room, but it's like it's only 1,200, 1,300, so it's relatively a small room for what we could do there. So that's people, you know, it's a home city. It's nice to give them a little present like that.
Yeah. All right. Last question. Which band or artist should we really keep an eye on this year?
Conan Moccasin.
Who are they?
It's a New Zealand guy. He's really it's kind of out. It's definitely pushing the left bounds of pop music, but he's very sincere and very something unexpected about the sound that comes out of him. That's really, I don't think it's for everybody, but I definitely love it. I think two bands from Montreal to watch out for. Timber Timbre, you guys probably started hearing about them. I think they're the best band in Canada right now. I think Bar Brothers are amazing as well. It's another band I think is
the best band in Canada.
Well, my favorite band, the favorite thing to come out of Canada in the last like 2, 3, 4 years for me is definitely Timber Timbre and arguably the Bar Brothers as well. Then you see they're amazing as well.
They're coming along with you, right?
Yeah, we're gonna bring them. Yeah. They're friends, and they're just not even because they're friends. It's just like just amazing musicians, you know.
What kind of music do they make?
I would say like it's definitely folk orientated, like they're but like real Americana folk. Like they're from like in the Northeast America, and I don't know. They're just really touching musicians. They're just when they touch their instruments, they have the touch, the grace. That's you can never learn. You either have that or you don't. You know, and they write great songs, and I think it's a great band. And so it's harp, guitar, and drums, and bass.
We'll just have to see it in June, I believe it is. Or
yeah, you'll see. I think people will really like it here. I think you'll see what I'm saying. You know.
All right. Well, thanks a lot.